lot of people ponder the question of what's the meaning of life? And it's a very abstract question, and it's a very subjective question. There is no objective definition for the meaning of life. I mean, you could be Korean parents who have this strict, regimented view of life, and you raise your children teaching them that the meaning of life is excellency. The meaning of life is excelling in academics. The meaning of life is doing well in school and maximizing your place in society. And anything short of that is failure. You could be a hippie, you could be a hippie, and your meaning of life is just being content and feeling free, achieving freedom, and loosening yourself from the shackles of society and freeing yourself from the prison that society tends to place us in with all the expectations and with all the standards that we have to live up to and things of that nature. You could be a person who survived a horrible crime, somebody who was shot in the head but survived, and you don't have any brain damage. So your meaning of life could be valuing life, not worrying about the small things in life, appreciating every single moment, every single second, because you could have lost that. So the meaning of life is a subjective thing, but for me, based on the thousands and thousands of people who I've met in life, the different ethnicities, the different types of people I've met in life, I've come to the conclusion that you can boil down all of their perspectives of the meaning of life down to one small little statement, and that's contentment. The meaning of life is to be content. The meaning of life is to find a routine that provides you with contentment. The meaning of life is to wake up every day and being able to say, hey, I am content. Everything isn't perfect, everything isn't imperfect, but at the same time I'm content, and it's up to you to find that level of contentment. No one else can find that contentment for you. Nobody else can help you or push you into that direction. You can't read a book on, life and learn how to find contentment in life. So basically, the meaning of life is for you to find that meaning. The meaning of life is generally speaking, the meaning of life is going to be tailor-made to that person based on their experience, based on their personality, based on pivotal moments that they've went through in their life, based on whether or not they've been through trauma. That all of those things are going to shape a person's perspective on what the meaning of life is. So it's different for everybody, but the one thing that everybody that weaves through all individuals is contentment. Everybody wants to generally be content in life. Nobody wants to wake up every day insecure, unstable, feeling like they're less than, or feeling anxious, paranoid about the future. People want to wake up. People want to have a general idea of how their day is going to go. And people, want to have a routine that's going to just provide them with contentment. People don't want that boat to be rocked. And that's what I agree on. I agree that life is all about finding contentment. You've got to take the good with the bad. You've got to look at other people's situations, and you've got to realize when you're blessed. There's a lot of people out there who have hardships, challenges, and struggles, and sometimes you got to look at them in order to find your own blessing, your own privilege, because a lot of times people think that because they aren't financially where they want to be, that they're challenged, they're struggling, but that's not always the case. I mean, there's always going to be somebody out there who you can look to for perspective. There's people out there who lost the ability to walk. There's people out there who suffer brain damage. They were perfectly normal people, but they suffered some trauma, some traumatic event that actually made them brain dead. So you've always got to keep that in perspective. You've always got to realize that no matter how hard you think things are for yourself personally, there's always going to be somebody else out there with a bigger burden than you. Peace.